The movie begins in a quiet Russian countryside where little Sergey Aleshkov enjoys a peaceful day by the river with his mother and older brother Panteo. The sun shines, laughter fills the air, and the world seems perfect until the sky suddenly rumbles with the roar of German fighter planes. Panic replaces peace. Sergey's mother screams for them to hide, but the fearless boy grins, lifts his tiny slingshot, and fires at the sky. The plane explodes in his imagination, and for a brief moment, he feels like a hero. Then he wakes up. It was only a dream. A soft knock at the door pulls him from his sleep. He hopes it's his mother, but when he opens it, their terrified neighbor stands trembling. Through tears, she whispers the words no child should ever hear. His mother and brother are gone. Before Sergey can grasp what's happening, German soldiers appear nearby. The woman tells him to escape through the window, but she's struck by a bullet before she can finish. Sergey flees into the forest as his home burns behind him, his small heart breaking with every step. That night, Sergey hides in the cold, dark woods, clutching his torn clothes and calling for his mother. No answer comes. The next morning, he drinks from a river, only to freeze at the sound of German soldiers nearby. He hides in the bushes, trembling as a snake slithers beside him. Still, he stays silent. He knows even one sound could cost his life. When the soldiers leave, Sergey searches for scraps of food, finding nothing but dirt and hunger. Exhausted, barefoot, and starving, the little boy wanders until a sudden explosion knocks him to the ground. Bruised but alive, he keeps going. And that's when fate steps in. 2 Soviet soldiers discover the trembling child and carry him back to their camp. Inside, Commander Nitv is briefing his men when a soldier interrupts. "Sir, we found a child." The commander kneels beside Sergey, his voice gentle yet strong. "Don't be afraid, son. You're safe now." The boy stammers his name and hometown, then whispers the truth. His mother and brother are gone. The commander's eyes soften. "You're a brave one. Brave people don't cry." He hands Sergey food, the first kindness the boy has felt in days. Outside, soldiers write letters home, knowing a brutal battle looms ahead. Then the alarms sound. The Germans are attacking. Explosions thunder through the camp. As chaos erupts, Sergey is rushed to safety, wounded but alive. A kind nurse named Katya tends to his injuries, joking, "If you let me clean your wounds, I'll give you popcorn." Sergey frowns. "I don't like popcorn," he says proudly. "I like army tanks." The next day, Commander Nit visits the boy. Sergey beams, declaring that he'll be a soldier one day. The commander smiles. "You already have the heart of one." Sergey's eyes widen as he spots the commander's pistol and medal. "Did you get those for being brave?" The commander nods. Sergey grins and traces an imaginary airplane on his hand. The hardened soldier laughs, a rare sound in war. Outside, Katya pleads with the commander to let Sergey stay. "He has no one left," she says, but the commander shakes his head. "This is a battlefield. A child doesn't belong here." His tone is final, but his eyes betray his heart. That evening, the soldiers bond with Sergey. One named Jora gives him a small pair of binoculars, his first real treasure. The next day, the commander signs papers to send Sergey to an orphanage. The soldiers protest, but orders are orders. When the car arrives, Sergey stands tall, salutes, and whispers, "Please don't send me away. They'll kill me." The commander kneels, voice trembling. "Sergey, would you like to be my son?" Tears stream down the boy's face as he nods. The commander rips up the papers. Sergey is no longer alone. That night, the soldiers sew him a tiny uniform. Each stitch carries hope and love. When Sergey wakes, the commander trains him like a real soldier. A true fighter wakes before the matchstick burns out. Dressed in his new uniform, Sergey salutes proudly. But the moment of peace shatters as German planes descend, raining fire. Explosions rock the camp. Amid the chaos, Sergey searches for Katya and the commander, but finds only destruction. When he asks the doctor if they're alive, the man sighs. "In war, son, we don't ask who lived or died. We just keep helping." Sergey wipes his tears and starts giving water to the wounded, his small hands doing the work of a hero. One soldier, too weak to speak, hands Sergey a letter. The boy reads it aloud. News from home, stories of milk and cows, and the promise that we'll win this war. A faint smile forms on the soldier's lips. Days later, Katya tucks Sergey into bed. The commander enters, his gaze lingering on her longer than before. Love and sorrow flicker between them, unspoken but powerful. The next morning, Sergey proudly asks for his mission. The commander tells him to deliver letters to the soldiers. Sergey salutes, determined. He runs through the camp, handing out letters, but with one playful rule. No one gets their mail without dancing first. The soldiers laugh, stomping their boots as the war fades away, if only for a moment. Later, Sergey scans the fields with his binoculars and spots something strange, a leg sticking out from tall grass. He alerts the commander, and soon the unit captures a group of hidden German spies. The entire regiment celebrates, cheering for the boy who saved them all. That night, the commander brings Sergey wonderful news. The government has approved his adoption. "From today," he says softly, "you are my son." Sergey's joy is beyond words. They rush to tell Katya, but when they find her by the river, she's talking to another soldier who confesses his love. The commander watches from afar, his heart silently breaking. The war intensifies once more. Sergey now carries ammunition to the front lines, running through smoke and bullets. He's no longer just a survivor, he's part of the fight. One day, a soldier rushes to the commander, shouting that the communication line is down. Sergey secretly follows as the soldier tries to fix it under heavy fire. The man is hit, collapsing beside the wires. Sergey crawls forward, bullets whizzing overhead, and asks, "Where do I connect them?" The soldier gasps. "Just tie them together." Without hesitation, Sergey kneels in the open and joins the wires. Sparks flash, and the signal returns. The Soviet line is saved by a 6-year-old child. That night, by the campfire, Sergey curiously asks the soldier, How do people get married? The man laughs, explaining, they fall in love first. Sergey's eyes brighten with a mischievous plan. The next day, he tells Katya the commander is sick and hasn't eaten. Worried, she rushes to his tent, only to find him perfectly fine and amused. Sergey told you that, didn't he? He chuckles. Katya blushes, realizing the boy's clever trick to get them together. Outside, Sergey watches from his lookout, his binoculars scanning the horizon. Spotting a stray cat and a group of dogs, he begs the soldiers to let him ride one. Laughing, they agree, but as the dogs chase the cat, it darts toward a minefield. Sergey's laughter turns to terror. Just in time, a soldier on a motorcycle speeds in, blocking the path and saving the boy's life. Later, the commander finally speaks his heart. Katya, he says softly, will you be Sergey's mother? She smiles, tears glistening. Yes. For a moment, hope blooms amidst the ruins of war. Soon after, orders arrive. They must relocate. On the way, they stop at a small house for lunch. Sergey notices a hole in the ceiling covered by cloth. When he asks, the homeowner admits a bomb once fell there, but never exploded. The commander instantly orders everyone out. Moments later, the bomb detonates. Smoke rises, and among the injured is the commander himself. Even wounded, he refuses to stop. Keep moving forward, he orders. His voice, though weak, holds unbreakable strength. The next day, Sergey stands before a general, inspecting soldiers' uniforms on command. Anyone with torn boots, step forward, he shouts proudly, his tiny frame filled with authority. The general smiles, impressed by this miniature soldier spirit. Moments later, in front of the entire regiment, the general pins a medal on Sergey's chest. The crowd cheers as the commander's battalion receives a flag of honor. Sergey beams, his eyes shining brighter than any medal could reflect. But war is never kind for long. In the next battle, an explosion strikes near the commander. Sergey rushes to him, sobbing. Katya kneels beside them. The commander opens his eyes, whispering, "Don't cry, son. A soldier never cries." As dawn breaks, the war finally ends. Germany surrenders. Sergey marches alongside the soldiers, not as a child, but as a symbol of courage, hope, and the will to survive. And that's the story of Soldier Boy, a 6-year-old orphan who became the youngest soldier in World War II and the heart of his regiment. If this story touched you, hit that like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful true story recaps from Great Animation Recaps.